powered by Riverside FM.
Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. I hope this recording goes better than the last one I just did as I'm preparing for this episode. It's amazing when you think that you put the mic on and then you record 10 minutes of an episode. You realize that it's on mute and you record to go back to say, hey, there's nothing there. 10 minutes of recording the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast and everything just went bye-bye. That's what's good. I guess when you look at it, it was take 2. So now I'm on take 3 of this episode. Just trying to go, when it rains, it pours. And my goal was to try and make it a very short episode for today for the pod. And here I am spending more time now trying to get this right, just because I couldn't do it right the first time, which happens. Sometimes, I can't get the right intro going, but why not kick it off with, hey, I recorded 10 minutes, but the mic was on mute. At least I didn't do it live, and at least I didn't have an audience listening to me live. But, it happens. It's a good story to tell, ladies and gentlemen. But, all right, let's focus on business here. Yes, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, episode 9. Episode 8 was just released yesterday. And today I'm going to try and aim for a short one. But we have a very big matchup happening for tomorrow. Manchester United versus Lyon, quarterfinals for the Europa League. This is a big matchup, United fans. I know this. We've mentioned it before, and I am not the only one. From Sky to many Man United fan channels, this has not been the best Manchester United season. It has been a rough one, but we are hoping that we can succeed in Europa. I know I am hoping. I know you are. I know Onana is. I know Ruben Amorim is. I know that I mentioned Onana just because, yes, he has been in the news the last couple of days with his comments, which in defense, and Ruben Amorim came to his defense as well. I am okay with the comments that were said by Andre Onana. Let's not pretend that, it's something to ignore or lean over. It's just I'm okay with what was said, with what Onana said. And Matic, he made his comments well known right after, taking lovely jabs at Andre Onana, basically calling him the worst goalkeeper in Manchester United history. Listen, Onana did compliment Lyon. He definitely talked about the focus on our team, which was the importance of it here. I have to find this article now again, because you know what? It's just, it wouldn't be me without getting everything going, and then boom, everything disappears. So this is how we're looking at it. And in my beautiful first 10 minutes of take 2 of the podcast, I mentioned how the media will always take the juicy bits and forget the important pieces of what is there. But right now, they're just focusing on that, Onana said they were the better team. But you know what? In the end, you have to back up your words on the pitch, and hopefully both the players who've been going back at it over social media, back it up. Right now, and again, I'm just going to read because I'm looking at some of the article here. Again, this is some of it. It's not all of it, and this is what I mean by some of the juicy parts. Okay, I think we are better. We are better than them. We just have to go out there and show who we are. If we go there with a winning mentality and we are focused, stay compact and together, and we follow the game plan, we will be winning the game. And you know what? I'm okay with that comment. He also mentioned a comment about how good they are. He mentioned them a beautiful team. We know some of them, but I don't think we have to focus on them. It's more about us and what we are doing, Onana said. And of course, it's not going to be easy, but I think we are way better than them. And then he also added, we all know the importance of this game. We will go there with the winning mentality. It's not our best season, but we still have something to win, and we'll go for it. I'm okay with these comments because again, he wasn't taking a shot fully at them. It was more directed towards, in my opinion, directed towards the team of what we need to do to win. And that's what I think it is. I think that's when you're looking at it, that is what needs to be done. That's what he's talking about. Listen, the mentality, they have to focus on that. They know what they need to do. Listen, they know who the opponent is, but right now, the way the season's been going, Manchester United is not playing at its best. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. Again, they both have to back it up on the pitch. And you know what? It's again, when you're reading everything here and the blowback and everything, like again, Matic just goes after Onana for the type of player that he is. It's just a matter of, you know what, and I like the comment that Onana said today as well. And you know what, he wasn't he even says, I'm trying not to, he even admitted he wasn't disrespecting Lyon. But again, I was okay with his comments. For Matic to go after him, call him the worst goalie, let him do it. Again, at the end of the day, let them go at it against each other. Let your words back it up. I understood what Onana was saying. Listen, I know what the fans were all saying, what Matic said as well. I'm okay with Ruben Amorim defending his players like a manager should. He even critiqued about, hey, not everything was said, and he even mentioned the comments about Onana complimenting Lyon. So I think a few things, like I said, when the media gets that certain bit, to look at the juicy part and forget about the everything else that's there, everything that led to the juicy bits as well. So I'm okay with it. I definitely am with everything going on for tomorrow's matchup. Listen, again, it's everyone's opinion, but I'm leaving it as is. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the bickering. Excuse me. I'm enjoying the bickering between two players. It's showing grit. It's showing that players still have fight for the game, and this is a game. It's a big game for. It is. It's a big game for Lyon too. It's not just about Manchester United. It isn't. As much as I'm doing a podcast about them, the game themselves, it's about both. Listen, both clubs are fighting to continue through. Again, we have the matchup tomorrow. We are on the road. We have Old Trafford next week. So it's the key is for tomorrow how to play, because again, we have to bring it back next week. We do. Like it's coming back no matter what, but we want to be in that position where we can fight and go through. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm happy with the squad that's going tomorrow. I know we're not going to have DeLit and Toby Collier, because again, they're both out with Knox. Obviously DeLit with the ankle injury from the week before from Nottingham Forest, but we hopefully we can get him back for next Thursday. Hopefully we can get him back for Newcastle on Sunday as well. That's important too. But the squad for that's traveling or that's already traveled, because they're already in France. Keepers, Binder, Heaton, Onana. Defenders, Amas, Delo, Dorgu, Mason, Kunkanki, Lindelof, Maguire, Mazraoui, Shaw, Euro with Casemiro, Eriksson, Fernandes, Mainu, Morehouse, Mount, Ugarte, Garnacho, Hoyland, and Xerxes up front. Again, losing those two doesn't help. Aiden Heaven didn't travel either. Hopefully he is back for this weekend, or if not, get himself ready to be on the bench for next weekend as well. I'm happy to see Mainu back. That's a very important piece for Manchester United for tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's just say having Mainu back is a very important piece. If he's remains healthy and is ready to go for next week, then that's even better as well. So, but let's get to the important thing. Let's get to talking about my squad predictions for Lyon tomorrow. Okay. Listen, it's going to be an interesting one because I know having Bayender back gives a lot of people questions. I don't have Bayender starting tomorrow. I'm going to go with Andre Onana in net just because, again, he's back in. I don't know. I'm sure like we may see Bayender depending on how the game goes, especially leading into next week as well. Especially with the way the words have been exchanged this week, which include Onana as well. Back three, I'm going to keep it the same like it has been the last couple of games. Maz, Maguire, or Euro. With the lit and hate in heaven, and with not having those two out, it isn't the best. But Lindelof, Luke Shaw, Harry Amas there for depth does help a little bit too. So we'll keep an eye on it. But that's my back three. Keep it simple. Euro has been playing lights out the last few games. Maz has been incredible. Maguire has always been reliable. This season and last season, he has been incredible. I would say he's been great. A great rebound and how he's been handling himself. Midfield. That this is a question. I've seen this with a few others. Again, the usual wing backs, Dorgu and the Lat, left and right. In the middle, I'm keeping Bruno in the pivot, and then I'm having Ugarte back. I know he was substituted off. I think it was more for today, for tomorrow's match. But I think that's who you keep in the middle. I've seen some with Casemiro and Ugarte together, with Bruno going up to the 10. But no, I'm not going to keep that there. I'm going to keep that there because you want Bruno to be able to transition from the back. You want him to be that middleman that can transition from the back through the middle up into our attack. And with my attack, I'm going with Mason Mount, Alejandro Garnacho, and Højlund. Højlund in Europe has been great. Let's not take that away. He's got 5 goals in Europe. I know, like the last leg with the assist, he's played well. He's getting himself back, but again, he's not being fed. The crosses are improving, but things are just there. But I think if you want to bring on a piece, you can always go with Xerxes. But I think Xerxes coming off the bench will be important. Just because when we had him starting that 9, especially against Nottingham Forest, things didn't work out. But I think keeping Mount and Garnacho as your 2 10s and then Højlund up front as your striker, I think that is, I like that lineup in attack. So listen, the key for tomorrow is making sure no arrogant passes, slowing down the game, making the correct moves, finishing. Garnacho needs to be smarter with the ball. Having Mount there to help him control and get the pace going, that is key. Having Mount and Bruno together on the field is great, especially in transition. So hopefully we will see a very well developed attack like we saw it against City. We saw what they were doing, and I think that was perfectly fine. And I think with the movement of Mount there, I think that will help as well. Hopefully Xerxes, we see him and Højlund splitting 45. I think that's what may happen. Some have Xerxes starting. I think it's got to be Højlund. We'll see. Xerxes does deserve. He was great at the end of the City game, but I think Højlund will get the start, and then Xerxes will come on and finish it off. That's what I'm thinking of here, especially when you have Newcastle on the weekend and our attack we're very low on depth with our attack, which is concerning. So That's the one thing we got to look at here. But yes, I'm always going for the win. That's my lineup that I'm going for today. That's what I like. I think it's going to be. I think that's what has to be the start of the game. I don't think it's going to be similar to what City was, but I think that's what we're looking at here. Yeah, I have to go with Højlund just because you want to see if he can get those goals in. And if we're bringing in Xerxes, that means that the pace of play and the transitions hasn't been going well. The ball movement hasn't been working. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to lead with Højlund to start to be that striker, just so see if we can get those goals going. I think that's what we're looking at here. You have to get the goals. And listen, Højlund, as much as he's been struggling, he is one of our best finishers when he gets those opportunities. So that's what I'm leaning it as. So again, my starting 11: Onana, Mazraoui, Maguire, Euro, Delot, Ugarte, Bruno, Dorgu, and then Mount, Garnacho, and Højlund as your starting 11. So we'll see. I don't know how big the rotation is going to be, especially with Newcastle, but I feel like we're going to have to make pieces at certain times depending on how the match goes. I know that's the most basic statement to say. Let's see how the match goes, but that's what I'm leaning towards, that starting 11. So I hope everyone does enjoy the game tomorrow. I will be doing my best to try and watch it as best as I can. We'll definitely be back on Friday doing the next day. I'll try to do something tomorrow night as well. I will be watching the game. I know my comments will sound like I'm not going to be, but I will be. I will be there. I'm not going to be at the game, but I will be watching the game. I'm not going to say I'm not watching the game, but listen, I'm nervous for tomorrow. Let's not kid ourselves here. It is a little nerve-wracking for this game. So I know the comments between Onana and Matic are, it's bickering, and I'm okay with it. And a lot of people are wondering, listen, Onana is just going to let up a big stinker. Listen, don't think like that. Let's just root for United, back our players. Listen, it's going to be an interesting game tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I hope that's my starting 11 for tomorrow. But again, it could go either way. You could see Xerxes there. You can see Bruno with a Garnacho. You could see Casemiro starting with Bruno. It could go either way for it, but I know with Newcastle Sunday, there's that concern about depth and rotation. I think right now, with the way Europa is, tomorrow's the focus, and next Thursday as well. We have to get through the quarters. That's all I'm leaning towards. That's the important part. Champions League, that's the target. So we'll see. We will. Like, as much as Arsenal winning and getting that 5th spot for the EPL is great, at the same time, too, it's not helping us unless something happens for us to get other European competitions. But right now, this is the key. Step 1 is through the quarters. You know what the next steps are. Let's focus on the quarters, get to the semis, get to the final, hopefully win the final. That's what we're looking towards. That's what we're looking towards. So again, very quick episode, much quicker than yesterday's, but I just wanted to focus on not the derby, on the Europa match for tomorrow. So tune in, make sure you listen if you like, tune into the game tomorrow, which is very important. Everyone's got to be there. Everyone's got to be supporting. Would love to be within the supporter section for United for tomorrow. It would be incredible. It really would. But enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the match tomorrow. I will see you Friday or Saturday, probably Friday, catching up on basically the match from tomorrow, talking free summer transfers, getting my prediction in for Sunday as well. So we'll see how everything is. Rotation, I know rotation might be key, but especially in the short window, for Thursday game and then a Sunday morning match too, I believe. but we'll leave that for the next episode to discuss. So enjoy the game tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night, as well as enjoy your weekend as well, if I don't talk to you guys on Friday. So again, thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, as well as Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, if you'd like to search. Have a good night. Thank you for listening. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.